Welcome to Epinium, the tool with which you can manage all your seller accounts on Amazon and save up to 80% of your time on tasks such as optimization of listings, advertising, stock provisioning for Amazon's logistics, in addition to many other functionalities. Some of the strengths of our tool are the multi-account management around the world, automatic updating of hidden search terms, or multi-campaign strategies. In the following videos, we will see step by step how to connect and manage the platform to boost the performance and visibility of your account. Let's get there! First, we will click on the Manage Amazon Connections section, the section in which we will link our Amazon account with Epinium. We will see two sections, Seller Account and Amazon Advertising Accounts. To connect an advertising account, it is essential to connect the seller account first, so let's do it. We will click on Seller Account. We select the marketplace. If we are the admin, we will copy the link in our browser and follow the steps of the form to connect our account. If we are not the admin, we will provide the link to the account admin to take the appropriate steps. In the next section, we will assign a name to the connection and we will introduce the seller ID and MWS token that we will have obtained through the Amazon form. We will click on Connect, and if all the information is correct, our account will begin to synchronize. Keep in mind that depending on your number of products, it can take from a few minutes to a few hours. Do you also want to connect the advertising data of your account? Then you need to click on the Amazon Advertising button and enter the credentials to access our seller account. Once authenticated, the connected email and the linked seller account will appear at the bottom. If you do not see this information, it is mostly because you are lacking some permissions, so for that, we need to go to Seller Central in the Settings tab and User Permissions section and click on Manage Permissions, and we will check that the Campaign Manager section has permissions to view and edit. Remember that to use the advertising functions in Epinium, you must have the seller account linked first. And if you add new vendor accounts later on, you'll need to repeat this process even if it's the same email address. Perfect! Once we have connected our accounts, we can now navigate through the different sections of Epinium. Welcome to the Overview section. In this section, we can see different analytics of our account in a grouped and individual way. As soon as we enter this section, we will see a graph. This is made up of three different sections. Sales, in which we will see sales and units sold throughout the selected period. Filterable based on the products managed by Amazon, and the seller, FBA and FBM. Paid against organic. Graph in which we will be able to see trends and income organically and through marketing. Bestseller rank, section from which we can see the growth of our bestsellers rank by country. Remember that we can also only apply filters by accounts, countries, brands, and products to see sections by using the top bar. On the right side, we can see a counter with the products to which the platform has updated the search terms automatically. We will see this section in depth later. Under the main graph, we have the Recommended task section, in which we will see all the actions that can be carried out to take your account to the next level, based on the official recommendations of Amazon, as they say, to be Amazon readiness. For example, correct products with less than 100 characters in the title, with less than 3 bullet points, and with a lower number of images than recommended, or data regarding the stock and presence in the buy box of your product. To work on any of the products with recommended tasks, we will only have to click on the tasks to be performed, and it will take us to the product section, showing only those contemplated in the filter of the selected task. When in doubt, with any of the fields, the information icon on the right will reveal the necessary details. How does Epinium benefit you? Our software is thoroughly designed to interconnect SEO and SEM tasks. That is, linking keyword research with the creation of campaign structure, improving speed and automation. Our roots as an Amazon agency have allowed us to guide you based on the most demanded needs to save time and cost. So let's see how to work in each section. Once finished with the theory, it is time to get to know our campaign system and the steps to create one from Epinium. In campaign section. In this section, we can see all our campaigns from all our accounts. Right now, we will begin with explaining how the campaign creation process works, and later on, we will explain this section in depth. We will start by entering keywords and linking them to products. If you have already created your campaigns, you can directly go to the section where we talk about SEO. After going through the overview, let's start with creating campaigns. First, we will have the possibility of selecting both existing portfolio, a seller, and a market. Then, we will introduce the name that we want, and we will select the type of strategy, single or multi-campaign. As an example, we're going to carry out the most complete and best suited process for controlling budgets. We will do that by creating a multi-campaign strategy. Following this, the campaign will be divided into 4. An automatic one, which we will serve to acquire new keywords based on market trends. A generic one, to define the keywords that generically define your product and take out most of the budget due to its high search index. A brand campaign for those brand keywords, as the name itself indicates. And a competitor's campaign to position the products before the clients who use keywords of the competitors. In the next step, we can adjust the optional data, such as the daily budget, the percentage of budget to distribute for each campaign, as well as a selector to adjust the distribution according to the objective. The final and initial date of the campaign. The bid strategy, whose options we can set up so that Amazon only reduces, increases bids, or sets the selected bid as fixed. Placement bid adjustment. The next step is creating ad groups. In this section, we will assign the desired ad groups to our campaign. When registering a new group, one group will be created for each campaign and they will be related to each other for automations. In the case of advertised product groups, they will be created in brand and competitors campaign. We can assign a default bid for each of them in addition to adjusting them individually for each one at the bottom if we wish. Product segmentation groups will be created only if the brand campaign and in the competitors campaign. Now on to available products, in which the application will show us a table of products to add to our ad groups, where we add the products we want to promote. In this section, we can enter the keywords in each of the manual keyword segmentation groups. The words entered will be chosen through a previous analysis or keyword research with tools such as Keyword Tool. First, we can leave a default bid or enter a custom value for each word we create. Then, we can enter the keywords we want or add recommended keywords from the platform. We will click on one of the groups, select whether they will positive or negative, and the type. As a general rule, we will never use broad type, since it generates high consumption and high ACOS, and also because our automated campaign already does this function with a better performance. So instead, we will use phrase type keyword, which have a lower cost while still including the terms itself and other related ones. Once the words have been entered, we will click on Add and we will go on to the last step. To finish in this section, we will introduce the ASINs code of those products that we want within the product segmentation groups. We can add a custom list or also access a tab of assets recommended by the platform extracted from the Amazon API. We'll click on the group that we want. We will introduce the asset, and we will have the segmentation by product ready. Once this step is done, we can either save this campaign as a draft, activating it later from the overview, or publish it directly to Amazon. In this case, we will save them as a draft, since SEO optimization is not yet active. In case of skipping this step, we will probably get unwanted results since our listings will not convince consumers as much. So now, keywords of our will start to optimize products organically to get the most out of them. Hello again. If you have reached this section, it means that you already have your campaigns ready as drafts to carry out the organic optimization of your products, making a smart use of the assigned keywords. Okay, we will access the My Products section from the site menu, and we will find a table with all the products of all the accounts we manage. In the same way as campaigns, we will have the advantage of having fully centralized all the products of our accounts and managed countries in an Excel format view. Through the Upload filter, we can filter our products by sale account, countries, brands, and even products to manage the desired account more easily. As we can see in the table, we will have many columns for the organic optimization of the titles, bullets, and descriptions, as well as much more information regarding stock, prices, if the product is in the buy box, sales, product variant information. Those columns are completely filterable and ordered as we wish. In addition, to display all this information in a more manageable way, we have an option to show and hide columns, as well as choosing between different layouts depending on the task or information we want to see. For example, editing titles, bullets, stocks, which will only show the relevant columns. We also have a bulk editor, which we will talk about later. Okay, now we're going to optimize the product. First, we will organize the table by the number of orders in order to first boost those products with the highest demand and obtain results faster. Before starting, from the Epinium team, we would like to clarify that the use of names of other brands is not allowed. Otherwise, it may cause Amazon to block your listing permanently. Having said that, let's start with optimizing the title. From the Title to Upload tab, we can edit our title according to Amazon rules, a maximum of 200 characters and a recommendation of at least 100. We will have the option to paste the current title of Amazon if we wish, and to capitalize the first letter of each word, another Amazon rule. At the bottom, we can see the recommendations of keywords from campaigns, which will have a performance indicator on active campaigns on the right, which will be filled in based on whether these campaigns are active over the days. For now, we will use them to create the title, and we can add them by clicking on each one. Let's now look at the bullet points. We will be able to individually edit each of the 5 available bullet points. Which will have a button to paste all the current bullet points if we want, as well as the keywords with more performance from campaigns to add if we wish. Finally, let's edit the description. In this case, we will have the HTML editor to make our descriptions. In the top menu, we will exclusively have the HTML options allowed by Amazon to edit them really easily. we'll be able to mark text in bold, italic, simple, and numbered bullets, as well as a button to eliminate formatting. At any time, the maximum number of characters will be counted considering the HTML code, and we will also have all of our recommended campaigns keywords. Once the optimization for the desired products have been carried out, we will upload the changes from the platform to Amazon using the Upload Changes to Amazon button. Remember that for security reasons, Amazon can block the modifications of listings, being necessary to open a case in the Seller Central for the latest changes to be applied. As an additional tool, Epinium allows us to download a CSV file of the products and their essential information with the following part: SEO, sales, and stock, which are all very useful as reports and to make the task of registering our products in other countries more easily. In addition, once the change made from the Epinium is applied to Amazon, from the platform itself, you can check if the changes have been made. From the tab, title updated, bullets updated, and description updated. This data is reviewed by the platform every 24 hours. Perfect! Now we already know how to perform the organic optimization of fields. What if you wanted to edit or modify something in particular or of several of your products at the same time? As we mentioned before, we also have a bulk editor for you to speed up your work time. Firstly, we will select the products that we want to edit in bulk. If we do not select any, this action will be applied to all our products. We will click on Bulk Edit All Products. A new box will open on the screen in which we will have three main sections: the title, bullet points, and descriptions. From the title, we can perform the following task. Set is an option to set the same title for all those selected products. If we wish, we can also use this function to set the current titles on Amazon. Add is an option to add a certain text to the beginning or end of our title. Very useful to add in bold the brand of our products at the beginning of the title, for example. Replace. With this option, we can replace a certain text with another. If you have programming skills, you can use regular expressions by checking the box Use regular expressions. In the bullet section, we will also have the create and replace sections as in the title, but in this case applied to the bullets that we select individually. And finally, in the description section, we can establish a personalized description, the current one visible in Amazon, or eliminate the descriptions in bulk, as well as the replacement function we mentioned in the previous sections. We now know how to make changes to the Epinium individually and in bulk. It's time to publish our campaigns in the following video. Hello again! At this point in the tutorial, we will see how to publish and manage campaigns in Epinium. As we discussed in previous videos, at this point we should already have the SEO of our products done, so we will start from the basis. Accessing from the side menu, Campaigns, we can have an overview of all the campaigns that are in our linked accounts in a fully centralized way, without having to open a tab for every account or constantly changing markets. From this view, we can sort the campaigns according to the desired field and by more than one by holding down the Shift key on our keyboard and clicking on the heading of the desired column. By default, it is organized from the highest ACOS to the lowest, as this allows you to detect any problems really quickly. In the same way, we can filter the data by date range and by each of the fields in the table, either by the ACOS, the impressions, the cost, or even by country. We will be able to manage the statuses, budgets, and bids of our campaigns and ad groups, both individually and in bulk. On top of that, we will also have the option to manage and create portfolios for our campaigns. From the campaigns overview, we can publish them to Amazon from the Publish column by clicking on the publication icon. Let's say that we have also changed our mind, and now we want to modify the daily budget of our campaigns. We will modify it either from the cell of a particular campaign, clicking on it and entering the new unit number, or by selecting several campaigns, clicking on the Options button, and entering the desired value in the new box that will show. Once we have established the budget for our new campaigns, we're going to sort out our campaigns by ACOS field, from the highest to the lowest, to see which ones we would focus on. By clicking See, we'll access the inside of the campaign where we will find our ad groups, while we organize them by ACOS to focus on those that need to be adjusted. If we wish, we can modify the default offer of our ad group both individually and in bulk from the Options section. But remember that these settings will be applied to the new keywords that are included, not the existing ones. But do not worry, since the mask editor will always be shown wherever you click, and in this case, it will not be missing within the keyword section. Let's look at one of the ad groups to improve. The first visible section is the keyword section. In the score column, we can see the performance bar that were shown to us from the SEO optimization section, as well as the other relevant fields such as the ACOS clicks or orders. In the same way as in the creation of the campaigns, we can add as many keywords as we want to our ad group. By connecting with Amazon, we will have a range of suggested bids for each keyword to apply if we wish. From the bid column, we can modify them as we wish until we find the optimal adjustments between expense and visibility. Of course, we can also select several words at the same time and process them with our powerful bulk editor, which will allow us to modify bids, add or subtract a certain amount, increase or decrease its value by percentages, and apply a range of bid suggestions and modify their statuses. While checking the keyword sections, in the next step, we will find the advertised product section. We may add or deactivate advertised products as we wish. Once again, we'll be able to observe, filter, and organize our products by the most significant columns, such as ACOS, clicks, costs or orders and sales. Both individually and in bulk, we can modify the state of our products. From the negative keyword section, we can see and manage our negative group words. This section is strongly linked to the following search term tab, so let's continue. Finally, we will have the search term section, one of the Epinium highlights. From the Amazon search term report, you will have available a table where you can analyze them, select them, and add them directly to your campaigns, either as keywords or negative keywords, depending on their performance. These search terms will be refreshed every 24 hours and are fully filterable and sortable as in the other sections. Once we select the search terms to add as a keyword, we will only have to click on the button, add as a keyword, and a new box will be displayed where we will adjust the match, bid, campaign, and an ad group desired, and we will click on Add. Once this is done, we can only wait, periodically analyze our keywords, and see the results. But wait, this feature still goes further. In the following video, we will explain how Epinium automatically studies and modifies the search terms of your products. Hi again! As we mentioned in other videos, Epinium obtains from Amazon the search terms with which your products are displayed and processes them to offer you analytics. Well, in addition to this functionality, we have another so-called automatic SEO search terms, which will sound familiar to you from the section on search terms generated the last 24 hours from the platform's general view. The requirements to start using this functionality are to only have active campaigns with products for at least 24 hours. Its purpose is to analyze the search terms by product, to search for these terms in the titles and bullets of the related product, and add those that are not in the product search terms field, and perform well in a fully dynamic way every 24 hours. This way, we guarantee that our products always has the best keyword, offering a lot of visibility in an updated way since keyword performance will vary over time. Other than saving time, showing all our accounts centralized and automating tasks from Epinium, we will also have extra help with advertising. In the advertising section, we have a section called Recommendations, where we will find a table of all those products that can be sold and are not active in advertising campaigns. We can adjust the filters we want and download a CSV file that will help us organize such filters in our campaigns. This way, we will be able to greatly boost the products that are selling while we overcome our competitors. Do you have products that are managed through Amazon? Do you want to save up on costs by replacing the stock more efficiently? We have one last tool for you. While in Seller Central, as a general rule, we recommend stock units that greatly exceed those recommended from the stock provision section of Epinium, we can generate a stock provisioning with the units that best suit your account on demand in order to minimize storage costs on Amazon. First, we'll select the seller account to be performed. If you're going to include several countries in your provisioning and the stock is shared among all of them, check the shared stock box. Select the time you want to cover for your provisioning. It is recommended to select the corresponding time period depending on your frequency of shipments. For example, if you do per month, select the 30-day option. You can enter a margin percentage for your amounts to send if you wish, entering the number in the Increase section. We can also apply a minimum stock, or also called a safety stock, to keep on Amazon. We can apply this function in two different ways: maintaining a safety stock only in products that are selling, maintaining a safety stock in all products, including those that are not selling. Finally, we can choose whether we want to see in the table those products with excess stock, or if we also want to see the products without stock to send. This information will be useful if we want to download the table as a CSV file, as a report. Once the provisioning is ready, we will download the file and we will prepare the corresponding file for uploading to stock to Amazon. If we go on to the next tab called Recommendations, we will find the complementary tool of the stock provisioning. The first thing we will see will be a table, which will contain all those products in our catalog that are managed only by the seller and do not have a version managed by Amazon, or also called FBA. But why this recommendation? Because the products that are part of Amazon Prime represent up to 30% increase in sales for the seller. Through this table, we can sort and filter the products as we want, either from minimal sales revenue or units sold, and download the corresponding CSV file that will help us organize ourselves for its creation as an FBA on Amazon. Are your campaigns working well? Have you been incorporating new recommended keywords? Let's get the most out of SEO optimization once again. We will go to the My Products section and we will filter our products by one of the active campaigns mentioned. We'll scroll through the titles and bullets and see if there are keywords with the performance indicator with any value. If so, we will include them. So we will always have in our listings the keywords by which our audience buys our product. As an extra, at Epinium, we developed a tool to bulk edit your product brands. We can create a new brand and assign the products we want, as well as assign them to one of the brands already available in your account. To create a new brand, we will click on the New Brand button, select the seller and country, and enter the name and create it. Then we will look for it in the list of brands and we will click on the bottom, Assign Products. To make the change effective, we will move to the My Products section and click on the Upload Changes to Amazon button. However, we must highlight that due to the Amazon system, this change can only be made correctly in products that are grouped into variations, and its correct application is not guaranteed either, since Amazon keeps the final right to allow the change of brand on a product, having to open a case in Seller Central to request approval.